Hello everyone, welcome to another pronunciation lesson. And today we're going to talk about pronunciation and intonation of tag questions. This exercise is really easy, isn't it? Kate is a nurse, isn't she? First, notice that the T can be pronounced, but generally it's not pronounced. So, isn't it becomes isn't it? Isn't it? This exercise is very easy, isn't it? The same happens with isn't she. The T, it's perfectly okay to pronounce it, but normally you don't pronounce it. So isn't she, you can pronounce isn't she? Isn't she? Kate is a nurse, isn't she? Look at this other example. You study English, don't you? In the example, again, we don't pronounce the T. We just say, don't you? Don't you? You study English, don't you? You won't travel, will you? In this example, you link the L of will with the Y of you. So, will you? Will you? You won't travel tomorrow, will you? You haven't seen it, have you? In this case, that part, haven't seen it, again, you don't pronounce the T. So it goes like, haven't seen it. Haven't seen it. Also, the N of the word seen links with the I of the word it. Seen it. Seen it. You haven't seen it, have you? Look at this last example. I'm right, aren't I? Again, that part, aren't I? You normally don't pronounce the T. It's perfectly okay if you do pronounce it, but normally you don't pronounce the T. So instead of saying aren't I, you're gonna say aren't I? I'm right, aren't I? Now practice with these sentences. You will have 3 seconds to pronounce each, and then you will hear the correct pronunciation. Let's go. She went to the club, didn't she? You will travel tomorrow, won't you? You won't go with them, will you? You haven't seen it, have you? She's gone home, hasn't she? Now, we're going to talk a little bit about intonation. Normally, if you just want the other person to agree with you, you can just drop your intonation at the end. The food was great, wasn't it? You see that you're not really asking a question. You're just making a comment and you expect the other person to have the same opinion. If you want to confirm some information you have, you raise your voice at the end of the sentence. Like in this example. You study medicine, don't you? Notice that in the end, I raise my voice a little bit. You study medicine, don't you? Don't you? In this case, you're actually asking a question. You're confirming some information you already have. You're not 100% sure about what you're saying, so you need to confirm. Now practice with these sentences. You will have 3 seconds to pronounce each one, and then you will hear the correct pronunciation. Let's go. She went to the club, didn't she? You'll travel tomorrow, won't you? Kate's a doctor, isn't she? You haven't seen it, have you? She's gone home, hasn't she? You accepted credit cards before, didn't you? Okay guys, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.